For today's video, I am going to show to you how did I record my vlogs. Okay, so shall we begin? Slideshow. Anyway, this is my actual screen, and let's start slideshow from the beginning. And then Control Alt R because we are going to screen record our presentation. Okay, let's start. Good morning. So these were the actual licensure examination for teachers questions last March 19, 2023. In general education like math, English, science, Filipino, and geography, history, and Rizal. Okay, so let's start. Question number 1. What happened in the Philippines in 1986 that ended the dictatorial rule and came to be admired internationally as model of non-violence was popularly known as Blank Revolution? A. COVID-19, B. Bagong Lipunan, C. Propaganda, and D. People Power. The answer is letter D, People Power. Okay, so the People Power Revolution, also known as the EDSA Revolution or the February Revolution, was a series of popular demonstrations in the Philippines, mostly in Metro Manila from February 22 to 25, 1986. There was a sustained campaign of civil resistance against regime violence and electoral fraud. The nonviolent revolution led to the departure of Ferdinand Marcos. Okay? So question number 2, ang mga salitang sundin, kunin, bilhin ay pawang mayroong blank. Okay, A. Salisi, B. Palit, C. Kaltas, and D. Dagdag. The answer is letter C, kaltas. Okay, so let us know why. Ang pagkakaltas ng ponema, ito ay ang pagkakawala ng isang ponema or morphina sa isang salita. Like, sundin. Okay? Kunin. Bilhin. Maaari itong maganap o sa unahan o gitna ng salita. Okay, so question number 3. Political idealists advocate ideals in politics such as justice and fairness. Political realists have a more realist viewpoint of politics, aptly stated by Might is Right. Who among the following is more of a political idealist rather than who among the following is more of a political realist rather than political idealist? A. Ferdinand Marcos, B. Julius Caesar, C. Mahatma Gandhi, and D. Martin Luther King. The answer is letter C, Julius Caesar. Okay, so Might is Right, and he is more on political realist, Julius Caesar. Okay, number 4. What do you call the attachment from an orchid to a tree? Bird's nest into a branch of trees are examples of blank. A. Osmosis, B. Predation, C. Parasitism, and D. Commensalism. The answer is letter D, commensalism. Okay, so let us know why. Commensalism in biology is a relationship between individuals of two species in which one species obtains food or other benefits from the other without either harming or benefiting the latter. So commensalism, the related topics are mimicry, host inclusionism, interspecific association. Okay, so question number 5. The recipe for custard requires 4 eggs for every 8 cups of flour. If there are 32 cups of flour, how many eggs are needed? Okay, the answer is letter A, 16. Okay, so this is the explanation. 32 cups of flour divided by 8 cups equals to 4, and then 4 eggs times 4 is equals to 16 eggs. Number 6, the epitome of traditional Filipina who is meek, submissive, obedient was A. Sisa, B. Doña Victorina, C. Maria Clara, and D. Tia Isabel. The answer is letter C, Maria Clara. Okay, so Maria Clara is a character from the famous novel Noli Me Tangere. Okay, Touch Me Not, written by Jose Rizal. To many, Maria Clara is the epitome of purity and innocence. Okay. Number 7, the pseudonym of William Sidney Porter, whose works includes King and Cabbage and Last Leaf. A. Mark Twain, B. George Eliot, C. O. Henry, and D. Longfellow. The answer is letter C, O. Henry. Okay, so O. Henry was known as his pen name, William Sidney Porter, was an American writer. Okay, so Mark Twain, the pen name is Samuel Langhorne Clemens, was an American writer also. Okay, and George Eliot, his pen name is Mary Ann Evans, also an English poet and novelist. And Longfellow, his surname is Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, was also an American poet. Number 7, nakagayak na mamasyal sa amin ang kanilang pamilya. Subalit, hindi inaasahang dumating ang COVID-19 pandemic. Ang pangatnig sa pangungusap ay blank. Kay A, sa, B, ang, C, hindi, at D, subalit. Okay? Ang sagot ay letter D, subalit. Okay? So, ang pangatnig ay bahagi ng pananalita ng nauugnay ng dalawang salita. Parirala, sugnay, o pangungusap. Number 9, a child is at the top of the slide. A ripe guava, a yo-yo is released are example of potential blank energy. A. Electrical, B. Gravitational, C. Chemical, and D. Mechanical. The answer is letter B. Gravitational. Okay, let us know why. Gravitational energy is the energy stored in an object due to its height, okay, above the earth. Example, if it's further away or closer to the ground. It is a form of potential energy. An object's height above the ground gives its gravitational energy. Number 10, after an earthquake of 7.8 magnitude in 1990, the blank erupted. What volcano is that? Okay, A. Mount Pinatubo, B. Mayon volcano, C. Mount Apo, and D. Taal volcano. The answer is letter A. Mount Pinatubo. Okay, that was in 1990 with a 7.8 magnitude. Mount Pinatubo. Okay, so these were our explanation. On July 16, 1990, a magnitude of 7.8 earthquake struck about 60 miles or 100 kilometers northeast of Mount Pinatubo on the island of Luzon in the Philippines, shaking and squeezing the earth's crust beneath the volcano. Number 11, a regular solid where length, width, and height are equal is called blank. A. Circle, B. Sphere, C. Cube, and D. Cone. The answer is letter C. Cube. Okay. So a cube is a solid shape with 6 square faces. Each square face has the same side, length, width, height, and thus all the faces have the equal same size. Number 12, half of the celestial sphere is called blank. A. Semi-global, B. Mid-circle, C. Hemisphere, and D. Biosphere. The answer is letter C. Hemisphere. Okay, so in a circle drawn Earth divides it into 2 halves called hemispheres. There are generally considered to be 4 hemispheres: the northern, the southern, the eastern, and the western. The equator or line of 0-degree latitude divides Earth into the northern and southern hemisphere. Number 13, what government agency was tasked to nurture Philippine arts? A. NCAA, B. NCCA, C. CCP, and D. NBI? The answer is letter B. NCCA. Okay, let us know why. The National Commission for Culture and the Arts, or NCCA, is the overall policymaking body coordinating and grants giving agency for the preservation, development, and promotion of Philippine arts and culture, and executing agency for the policies it formulates and tasked to administering the national. Okay, so let us know the other the other abbreviation. So NCAA is the National Collegiate Athletic Association, while the CCB, the Cultural Center of the Philippines, and of course the NBI, National Bureau of Investigation. So our answer is letter B, the National Commission for Culture and Arts, or NCAA. Number 14, the date of the Philippine Independence Day was changed from July 4 to June 12 by blank. A. Benigno Aquino, B. Diosdado Macapagal, C. Emilio Aguinaldo, and D. Manuel Quezon. The answer is letter B, Diosdado Macapagal. Lumabas talaga ito during the LET examination last March 19, 2023. So let us know why. In 1962, the President Diosdado Macapagal issued Proclamation Number 28, Series of 1962, effectively moving the date of Philippine independence from July 4 to June 12. So the date of independence from Spain was proclaimed in Emilio Aguinaldo's home in Cauet, Cavite. Okay, so in his proclamation, President Macapagal cited the establishment of the Philippine Republic by the revolutionary government under General Emilio Aguinaldo in June 12, 1898, mark our people's declaration and exercise of their right to self-determination, liberty, and independence. Number 15, all are American writers except blank. A. Mark Twain, B. Edgar Allan Poe, C. Longfellow, and D. Christopher Marlowe. The answer is letter D, Christopher Marlowe. Okay, so Christopher Marlowe was an English playwright, poet, and translator of the Elizabethan era. Marlowe is among the most famous of the Elizabethan playwrights. Number 16, mababasa ang mga kuro-kuro ng patnugot ng pahayagan tungkol sa napapanahong isyu sa aling parte ng pahayagan. A. Seksyong pangangalakal, B. Panlibangan, C. Pangulong tudling, at D. Lathalain. The answer is letter D, lathalain. Okay, ang lathalain ay ating isinusulat para maipahiwatig at ilahad ang isang balita o impormasyon. Maaari rin itong gamitin para ipalawak ang mga detalye tungkol sa isang makatotohanang pangyayari, tungkol sa isang karanasan, pananaliksik sa isang kawili-wiling paraan. Okay, ang sagot natin ay letter D, lathalain. Number 17, the collection of stories and folk tales in Arabian setting which has endured the ages and continues to entertain the young until now, okay, and old alike through various media is entitled A. The Magic Carpet, B. Alibaba and the 40 Thieves, C. 1001 Nights, and D. The Prince of Persia. The answer is 1001 Nights. Okay, very popular in TikTok. Okay, so let us know why the 1001 Nights, also called the Arabian Nights Entertainment or simply the Arabian Nights, is a sprawling, centuries-old collection of tales in English-speaking world. It is best known work for Arabic stories. Number 18, what is the highest level in biology taxonomy? A. Kingdom, B. Domain, C. Genus, and D. Species. The answer is letter B, domain. Okay, yes. Okay, so this is the sample, no, of the taxonomy. Okay, so the classification system commonly used today is based on the Linnean system and has 8 levels of taxa. Okay, from the most general to the most specific. These are the domain, okay? Kingdom, phylum, okay? So the species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom, domain is the highest. Okay, number 19, the famous character in Rizal's novel who became the symbol of the abused Filipino mother was A. Tia Isabel, B. Sisa, C. Maria Clara, and D. Perlita. The answer is letter B, Sisa. Okay, so Sisa is thought to have represented the motherland who was suffering as her character has suffered from the loss of her children. The tragic events that ruined her life represented the abuse that the motherland received from her colonizers. Number 20. During the Spanish regime in the Philippines, there were Euro-educated Filipinos who belonged to affluent middle-class families called blank. A. Obreros, B. Mestizos, C. Ilustrados, and D. Propagandists. The answer is letter C. Ilustrados. Okay, so they were middle-class Filipinos, many of whom were educated in Spain and exposed to Spanish liberal and national and European nationalist ideals. Number 21, a paperclip can sit on the surface of a water due to A. Surface tension, B. Atmospheric pressure, C. Buoyancy, and D. Viscosity. The answer is letter A. Surface tension. Okay, so surface tension, the property of the surface of a liquid that allows it to resist an external force due to the cohesive nature of its molecules. 22, Rizal's mother preferred to be imprisoned and walk 50 kilometers as punishment for a trumped-up charge of a Spanish official. Rather than apologize by accepting the charge, such action shows that she was a woman of blank. A. Submission, B. Incertitude, C. Hesitation, and D. Conviction. The answer is A. Submission. She was a woman of submission. 20. Okay, so 23. If you replace blank manual, we'll be glad to lend you blank. Okay, A. What possessive? Okay, what possessive pronoun? Okay, A. My, mine. B. Your, yours. C. Your, mine. D. My, me. What is the correct possessive pronoun that we are going to use in this sentence? The answer is letter C. Okay, let us know. Okay, if you replace your manual, we'll be glad to lend you mine. Okay, number 24, scientists' values and beliefs are influenced by the customs and traditions of blank. A. Association, B. Society, C. Family, and D. Relatives. The answer is society. So we are all influenced by the culture in which we grow up and the societies in which we live. Those cultures shaped our expectations, values, beliefs, and goals. Scientists, too, are shaped by their cultures and societies, which in turn influence their work. 25. Designation for places on Earth that outstanding universal value to humanity is called blank. A. Archaeological artifact, B. Antique heirloom, and D. Vintage collection, and C. World Heritage. The answer is World Heritage. World Heritage is the designation for places on Earth that are of outstanding universal value to humanity and as such have been inscribed on the World Heritage list to be protected for future generations to appreciate and enjoy. 26. The poem that expresses faith in the Filipino youth as hope of the fatherland is A. La Belleza de Ona Rosa, B. Al Trabajo, C. A la Juventud Filipina, and D. Mi Ultimo Adios. The answer is A la Juventud Filipina. Okay, so this was originally written in Spanish. A la a la Juventud Filipina. Rizal submitted this piece for a poem contest organized for Filipinos by the Manila Lyceum of Art and Literature at the age of 18. Okay, so 18 pa lang si Rizal. So this work is beaming with a strong message to convince readers, the youth in particular, that they are the hope of the nation. So until now, maririnig pa rin natin yan, that hope, that youth is the hope of the nation. Okay, so 27, uri ng bantas na ginagamit sa paghihiwalay ng mga sugnay na sunod-sunod ay A. Tuldok, B. Quit, C. Tuldok quit, and D. Tutuldok. The answer is letter C. Tuldok quit. Okay? So, tuldok quit, ito ay naghuhudyat ng patatapos ng isang pangungusap. Kaagad sinusundan ng isa pang sugnay nang hindi ginagamitan ng pangatnig. Okay. 28. So, all these were Ilustrado except A. Andres Bonifacio, B. Marcelo H. Del Pilar, C. Jose Rizal, and D. Graciano Lopez Haina. The answer is Andres Bonifacio. So, si Marcelo H. Del Pilar, Jose Rizal, Graciano Lopez Haina were considered Ilustrados during their time, except Andres Bonifacio. Okay, so Andres Bonifacio is regarded as the father of Philippine Revolution against Spain. He also is known as the father of Katipunan, a secret revolutionary society founded in 1982 and whose goal was to win Philippine independence from Spain by means of revolution. 29. Reduction is the Spanish policy which provided the resettlement of Filipino communities in a form of town centers of blank. A. Haciendas, B. Cedulas, C. Encomiendas, and D. Cabeceras. The answer is letter D. Cabeceras. Okay, so reduction was a Spanish colonial policy in the Philippines that aimed to consolidate scattered and dispersed communities into compact and organized settlement or pueblos that were centered around the Catholic Church and Central Plaza. These settlements were referred to as cabeceras, which served as the administrative centers of Spanish colonial municipalities in the Philippines. 30. Sahara is to desert, Arctic is to blank. A. Forest, D. Tundra, C. Mountain, and D. Grassland. The answer is tundra. Okay, tundra ecosystem are treeless regions found in the Arctic and on the tops of mountains where the climate is cold and windy and the rainfall is scant. Tundra lands are covered with snow for much of the year, but summer brings burst with wild flowers. 31. The following countries claim parts of the South China Sea except lumabas talaga ito. A. Mexico, B. Indonesia, C. Philippines, and D. Vietnam. The answer is Mexico. Except, so the Mexico does not claim for South China Sea. So si Indonesia, si Philippines, at si Vietnam ay nagki-claim kay South China Sea. Okay, so Mexico, a country of now southern North America, ang layo na niya to claim the South China Sea. Okay? 32. The educated Filipino who led the reform movement during Spanish colonial regime were called A. Ilustrados, B. Insulares, C. Indios, and D. Peninsulares. The answer is Ilustrados kasi silang Rizal yun. Okay? The Ilustrados, the erudite, okay, learned or enlightened ones. Ito yung ibig sabihin ng Ilustrados. Constituted in the Filipino educated class during the Spanish colonial period in the late 19th century. Okay, so Insulares was the specific term given to Criollos, full-blooded Spaniards born in the colonies born in the Philippines. So Indios were defined as the native indigenous people in the Spanish American and Asian possessions. And the term Peninsulares is defined as Spaniards living in the Spanish colonies who were born in Spain. 33. Some animals are capable of learning like dogs. This is the lowest form of learning called blank. A. Responding, B. Tutoring, C. Conditioning, and D. Perceiving. The answer is conditioning. Okay, so the simplest form of learning known as classical conditioning. The learner is conditioned to produce a desired involuntary response as a result of a stimulus that would not normally produce that response. Example, yes, salivation condition. At the sound of a bell, stimulus. Okay, so nagsasalivate na yung dog. Okay. Alright, so 34, the child who just lost his front tooth could not blank the apple. A. Bitten, C. Bite, D. Bait, and D. Bit. The answer is bite. Okay. 35. Ecosystem is the relationship between the physical and biological environment and a certain plane. Among these third ecosystem, the world's largest is blank. A. Sahara, B. Kalahari, C. That is C. Gobi, and D. Chihuahuan. The answer is letter A. Sahara. Okay, so Sahara has a 9,200 square kilometer. Okay, location North Africa. And then yes, okay, so 36, find the least common multiple of 8, 6, and 3. Our answer is letter D, 24. Okay, the options kasi is letter A, 2, B, 48, C, 96, and D, 24. The answer is letter D. Okay? Okay, so these are our bases, no? 8 and 6 are divisible by 2, but 3 is not divisible by 2. So, hindi ito yung sagot. Letter B naman, 8 and 6 and 3 are divisible by 2, but not in 3. Okay? 96, 8 and 6 and 3 are divisible by 2 also. Okay? But 24, 8 and 6 and 3 are divisible by 2. Number 37. Since most organisms consume more than one type of animal or plant or consume both, the transfer of matter and energy intertwine into blank. A. Food producer, C. Food web, C. Food chain, and D. Food consumer. The answer is food web. So, in the food web, the transfer of matter and energy occurs between different organisms that are interconnected by their feeding relationship. Okay, so most organisms consume more than one type of animal or plant or both, and food web illustrates how this consumption and energy transfer occur between multiple levels of producers and consumers. 38. The resettlement of Filipino communities to town centers called cabeceras was ordered by Spanish policy called A. Pueblo, B. Gobernador Silio, C. Reduction, and D. Encomienda. The answer is Pueblo. 39. An easy task in idiomatic expression. Okay? A. Break a leg, C. Piece a cake, C. Spill the bananas, and D. Bite the bullet. The answer is piece of cake. Easy task. Number 40. Jose Rizal is considered a polyglot because of ability to speak languages. What does the word polyglot mean? A. Orator, B. Linguist, C. Poet, and D. Novelist. The answer is linguist. Okay, so Rizal was a polyglot. He mastered 22 languages, which included Catalan, Chinese, English, French, German, Greek, Hebrew, Japanese, Latin, Malay, Sanskrit, Spanish, Portuguese, Tagalog, Cebuano, and other Philippine languages. 41. Regarded as polymath, Rizal's genius was manifest in A. Science only, B. Both oratory and writing, C. Both science and arts, and D. Arts alone. The answer is letter C. Both science and arts. Okay, so the hero's extensive, excuse me, the hero's extensive scope of knowledge makes him a polymath, a learned individual who is intelligent in numerous subjects. For example, Rizal was a sculptor, a painter, and innovator. He also exemplified skills in many fields of science such as medicine, ophthalmology, and biology. Okay? So, ang talino pala ni Rizal. 42. I shall die without seeing the dawn break upon my homeland. Okay, so you who shall see it, salute. Do not forget those who have fallen during the night who said this line. A. Basilio, B. Ibarra, C. Sagani, and D. Elias. The answer is Elias. Okay, so I shall die without seeing the dawn break upon my homeland. Who shall see it, salute it. Do not forget those who have fallen during the night. Elias' final message to Basilio before his final breath. This was extracted from chapter 63 of the Noli Me Tangere, written by Dr. Jose Rizal. 43. What was the first labor union founded by Isabelo de los Reyes in 1901? Okay? Natakol natin ito during our review. Okay? So, lumabas talaga siya in the exam last March. Okay? A. Association of the Philippine Labor. B. Union Obrera Democratica. C. Union Trabajeros de Filipinos. C. Association of the Company Tabacalera. The answer is, of course, letter C, Union Obrera Democratica. Okay, so the Union Obrera Democratica Filipina, English, Philippine Democratic Labor Union, was a trade union center in the Philippines. The organization was considered as the first ever modern trade union federation in the country. Earlier labor groups had been more of mutual aid societies and guilds. Number 44, literary pieces that teach moral lessons are described as blank. A. Theoretical. B. Artistic. C. Didactic. And D. Political chambers. The answer is letter D. Didactic. Didactic, okay. Intended to teach, particularly in having moral instruction as an ulterior motive. So didactic teaching remains the pedagogical mainstay of traditional classrooms and traditional teachers. It is a pedagogy of instruction and immutable facts, of authority and telling, and of right of wrong answers. It is a teacher-centered and values learners who sit still and listen quietly and attentively, passively accepting the teacher as the knower and expert, both of the source of knowledge and judge, jury of knowing. Okay. 45, following, which of the following is not a prime number? A. 31, B. 41, and C. 51, D. 13. The answer is letter C. 51. Okay, 51 is a composite number, not a prime number, since 51 has more than 2 factors. 46, ang kahulugan ng as teach in time. Yes? Okay. A. Masayahin. B. Mahinay. C. Malingap. And D. Maagap. The answer is maagap. A stitch in time saves 9 is a wise saying. This phrase refers to a hole in a cloth. This hole would certainly get bigger if not fixed in time. It means that timely effort that will prevent more work later. It certainly means prevention is better than cure. 47. Fog is a cloud with its base at or very near the ground. The formation of fog generally occurs after the ground has lost heat by A. Convection, B. Evaporation, C. Conduction, and D. Radiation. The answer is letter A. Convection. Okay. Why? Let us know why. Convection is the movement of particles through a substance, transporting their heat energy from hotter areas to cooler areas. Okay. Let us know what is evaporation. Evaporation is the process that changes liquid water to gaseous water, water vapor. Okay. Alright, so radiation is the energy that comes from a source that travels through space at the speed of light. This energy has an electric field and a magnetic field associated with it and has wave-like properties. Okay, so 48. Bilisan natin kasi mag-duty ba ako by 7. Okay, so for those who do not know me, I am a public school teacher, senior high teacher, teaching specifically ABM Strand, okay, and Humes. Okay, so which is the world's largest island? A. Borneo, B. Greenland, C. New Guinea, and D. Madagascar. The answer is Greenland. Okay, the Greenland, it has 836,330 square miles. Okay, so 3 times the size of Texas. Greenland is a part of Denmark. Okay, though a home rule government attends to domestic affairs, its people are primarily Inuit. Okay, so the New Guinea, it is a second in rank. Okay, it has 317,150 square miles. And the Madagascar ranked 4th. It has 226,756 square miles. And the Borneo ranked 3rd. It has 200. Okay. In 49, which of the following is the study of human behavior? A. Morality, B. Ethics, C. Philosophy, and D. Psychology. Very clear. The answer is letter D. Psychology. Okay? Psychology is the scientific study of the mind and behavior. Psychologists are actively involved in studying and understanding mental processes, brain functions, and behavior. The last number, okay, explain pala natin. So, ano ba tong morality? Morality is the system of principles and values concerning people's behavior, which is generally accepted by the society or a particular group of people. So, ethics examines the rational justification for our moral judgment. It studies what is morally right or wrong, just or unjust. Philosophy, on the other hand, is the systematic studies of ideas, issues, recent pursuit of fundamental truth. Ito po yung philosophy. Number 60, the last number. Which does not belong to the group? A. Rating scale. B. Reflection scale. C. Essay. And D. Checklist. The answer is essay to the group. Okay? So, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for listening. Rest assured that these 50 questions ay lumabas talaga during the actual LET exam held last March 19, 2023. So, please review this by time to time. Baka lalabas din ito in the September LET examination. Okay? So, thank you so much for listening. And have a great day ahead. Thank you. Stop recording pala natin yung screen recording natin.